you may not know this about me, but of course you don't know this about me because you're just getting to know me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anna, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, I make videos that are focused on food, beauty, and lifestyle. And today we have a treat, or not. So, for those of you who have visited my channel before, you know that this is not my normal attire, but considering the topic of this video, I felt like it was very fitting. And honestly, this video wasn't gonna happen if I had to get dressed and put on clothes and makeup. This is me in my rawest form, with the exception of a nice pair of eyelashes. I'm sorry, eyebrows. So I just wanted to focus a little bit on what I do for self-care, because I feel like as you guys are getting to know me more, that it's very important that you understand a lot of things about me. And I think that taking care of self precedes everything, and that's the best way to get to know someone, is to learn how they take care of them. So I have a few things that I like to do for self-care, and I just wanted to share those. And part of self-care is, trying to do what you can to remove stress from yourself so that you can refill, so that you have something to pour. Because we all know you can't pour from an empty cup. So we're just gonna go through the things that I do for self-care. And I love videos like this because whenever I get to watch them, I get to learn something else that I can do that might help me, or could help me relax and be just in a better place. So first and foremost, the one thing that I do for self-care is to pray. There was recently a discussion about the power of prayer and the necessity for it. And when I say prayer, I'm speaking to millions of people out there in YouTube land. And it's whoever you pray to. I pray to God. I pray to the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, to Jesus. But it is whoever you draw strength from. But prayer is very important in my life, and it's one of the top things that I do. Prayer is very helpful to me. It gives me an opportunity to talk about how thankful I am, and then to talk about my needs. And I just believe that if you believe in a higher power, it's okay to ask for things, and it's okay to pray a very specific prayer. Another thing that I like to do is I love cute pajamas. It's something so simple, but after I've had a long day of work or filming or editing, it feels great to take a nice long hot shower and just engulf myself in something that feels good to me, that feels good up against my skin. It just it doesn't have to be anything expensive or fancy. It's just something that just makes you feel pretty and feel good, and just you spray on your perfumes, and it's just such a great moment. So I love to just sit around the house and relax, and I love doing that in pajamas. I have tons of pajamas. I'll link these below for anybody who is interested in them. I think that this tip for self-care, this thing that I like to do, is pretty obvious. It's probably the number one thing that most women do for self-care, and that is pamper themselves. Who doesn't love a great massage, or a nice facial, or just a pedicure and a manicure, just a foot rub, whatever. It's just those things that are important to do to instill back some care into yourself, and to put yourself as a priority and just to spoil yourself. Not to mention, if you've ever had a professional massage, they just feel amazing. And if nothing else, for those 55 minutes or 90 minutes, you know, you can just escape and take yourself elsewhere. So I enjoy pampering myself. I pamper myself with my skincare. It's something that I don't skimp on. It's something that I enjoy. So I really like to dive into my skincare and just, you know, lather on good things all over my body. We only get one body. Our skin is our largest organ. So I love pampering myself in that fashion. This one may not be something that people think that you do for self-care, but anything that you do for yourself that helps you is self-care. And I have learned over recently, that sometimes I have to take a break from social media for self-care. And when I do that, sometimes I don't make a big announcement about it. I'm just not as active or not as engaging. And then when I see things on social media that don't feed my spirit, that don't make me feel good, I've learned that even if it's just temporarily and I don't want to completely remove someone from my life or remove their access to me or my access to them, I like to use the unfollow button on Facebook to just kind of keep that person from constantly showing up in your feed. Or on Instagram, I use a mute button often, where it's not important for me at that time to necessarily unfollow the person, but it's important for the energy that they're putting out not to suck any of my energy away. Because we all know that people will use social media as a platform to insult people, to make digs at people, to brag for various things. And sometimes you just have to unfollow and mute. And I'm telling you, if that's not something that you do, I encourage it. I mean, I've even had to unfollow family members. Sometimes if I feel like a friend of mine is in a negative space or a space that's not giving me good energy, I have no problem with doing that. And there's no love lost, but it's just a moment where you have to put yourself first. Another thing that I like to do is it's very important as a mom, as a wife, as a woman that works full-time, that manages multiple businesses, that I get some alone time. I value my alone time that I get first thing in the morning. I will wake up hours before my entire family to sit by my fireplace, whether it's summertime or wintertime, because there are no rules in self-care. You do whatever feels good to you, and you do whatever replenishes and renews you. So sometimes I like to just take a moment in the morning and sit by the fireplace with like a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea, just to have some time to meditate. This is also the time where I will often spend time and pray. That morning time is very intentional. It's like I need complete silence. I don't want to scroll through my phone at that time. I don't want to do anything. I just need that time just to myself. And my family wakes up hours later, sometimes not even aware that that's taking place. Very simple thing I do for self-care. Nothing major, but I like to just take a long, hot shower. And when I say long, I mean, this is my house. I work hard to maintain this household, and I will take a shower and use every single bit of hot water. The longest, hottest shower. And my husband thinks it's just crazy because he can't even tolerate the temperature in which I take my shower. But I really enjoy that. And I'll stay in there thinking when I'm in there. Sometimes I'm listening to music, just have a candle lit, but I'm just enjoying a nice long hot shower. And it's just the simple things. It's not, you know, fireworks and jumping through hurdles, but it's just a simple thing. I love to, it's surprising to most, but I actually really love to work out. It's a huge part of self-care for me. It's something that I enjoy to do. I feel like it's not just about the physical aspect of it. It's just a mental part of working out too. Just for myself, I do it for health benefits, but I just do it sometimes to decompress, to channel my energy, my frustration, my anger, my long day at work right into my workout. And I mean, when we talking about self-care and we're being transparent, it's just something that it's been tough for me to do in the last couple of weeks, and it's been extremely difficult removing that piece from my routine of self-care. So I'm slowly getting back into it, but I know some people just say, oh, I hate to work out. I mean, I'm a hefty plus size, and I pretty much have been most of my life, but people will underestimate how active I am. Like, I work out, I love to work out, and I do 3 to 4 times a week. I enjoy dancing, and that's all a part of self-care. So, you may not know this about me, but of course you don't know this about me because you're just getting to know me. But a lot of my friends and family and even my husband may not know this, but I love to read quotes. And I love to read quotes about whatever I'm going through in that moment. So I've had some difficult moments in friendships. Recently, I like to read quotes about friendships, things that speak to me in a positive way, things that reassure me that it's okay, things that reassure me that things are going to get better. And the reason, and I love to read my Bible because I know that scripture is going to, you know, definitely give me what I need. But the reason why I will go to quotes is because it is showing me that I'm not the only one that's gone through this, and somebody else had a perspective enough to write it down and spread the word and make it known. And I'll keep those quotes kind of in the back of my head. Sometimes I save them in my phone, but I'm a big quote girl. I can talk about a quote on, I can find quotes on resentment, quotes on daddy issues, quotes on sadness, you know, quotes on when you feel pain. I kind of enjoy reading quotes, and I find it to be very therapeutic. Okay, moms, I'm not gonna be alone on this one. Easy self-care. Like, you didn't even know you were practicing self-care when you did this, but just go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you sit in the driveway when you get home. Don't necessarily have to be from work, but when you've been away from home and you've stepped away from being a wife and being a mother for some time, probably out somewhere having a self-care moment, when you get home, sometimes you just need to like just woosah and just relax in the car. I'll sit in my car for 10-15 minutes, even longer, before I'm going in the house, because when I walk in the house, my kids need me, my husband need me, and I kind of have to leave everything outside for a moment so that I can be able to be there and be present with them and give them what they need in that moment. I don't explore, or I need to explore in this more myself, but I think that it's a huge part of self-care, and something that I plan on doing soon is speaking to a therapist. I think that sometimes we think that we only need to go to therapy when there's like some huge event that's taking place or something that's just really got you down. But sometimes having an unbiased party that doesn't know you but knows their profession and they have skills and knowledge enough to be able to still help you, it's just good. women, this is one of our favorite things to do for self-care. Who can guess? If you think you know what I'm about to say for probably the top thing every woman likes to do for self-care, like just write it in the comments. Just write it below in the comments before I even say it. I mean, this is something that I believe that 99% of women do, and we blame it on other reasons, but it's a part of self-care. I shop for self-care. I buy things sometimes that I don't need, but things that just bring me joy and make me happy. And if it makes you happy in that moment, then that's self-care. So shopping is huge on my list for self-care. So like this video if you like to shop, and let me know, what's your favorite things to buy or do for self-care. Like, give me some tips on anything that just is out of the ordinary that you do that you feel, restores and replenishes and renews your spirit, your mind. Another thing that I like to do for self-care is I like to cook. It's my favorite thing to do. It's very therapeutic to me. Sometimes I'm cooking for others. Like right now, I'm like dieting, so to speak, but I spent my entire weekend cooking various new recipes for my family. I cooked a ton of food for my friends, things that they have been asking me to cook, things that I didn't even eat, but it was just therapy to me to do that. So some people would say it is not self-care to cook, but remember, you define what is self-care to you. The final and the most important thing that I do for self-care is nothing. Absolutely nothing. And when I say that, I do mean that. I mean saying no when someone asks, what can you do to help them? Nothing. Sometimes I do nothing. And I feel like that is sometimes the most valuable lesson on self-care. So I hope this video helps someone, give someone a new perspective on how to take care of yourself. And today I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna press myself. I took my nice long shower and just, lavished myself in some things that feel good to me. And I just say, you know what? I'm gonna do this self-care video in the rawest form. So that's what I did. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below and tell me what are the top 3 things that you do for self-care, or give me anything that's not on this list. And guys, I hope you'll click subscribe and stay with me so that you don't miss a thing. Bye.